So this week I had a personal learning, perhaps one of my biggest life lessons I've come to know.
Whoa.
Kind of come
This
together.
is happening all around me and I don't even know.
Have we? I guess I keep
You had
everything.
one of the biggest-
Everything's a secret for the podcast now, Greg. It has to be. You actually are second to find out.
You had one of the biggest life lessons ever?
Well, it's
And you're telling me here on this podcast?
yes. I think it's not like so profound, and I'm sure a lot of people. I've thought of this in my life, but I feel like I came to terms with it more recently. I've talked to you a lot about recently how in certain different podcasts and listening to sort of, I don't want to call them inspirational speakers, but people who talk about that kind of stuff.
Like who?
Realizing that, all different categories of artists, people who are in entrepreneurs and business, talking about this idea of like playing the long game, like not looking for instant gratification and things, but understanding that like good work requires a lot of time.
Yeah.
So that's what this is related to. So what I realized is that, over the last maybe, I don't know, half a year, I started working with a personal trainer because I was having a lot of back issues.
He's getting jacked. That butt's getting bigger. I don't know if those undies fit anymore.
They do. It's not that much bigger, but
they're
thank
stretchy
you very
material.
much. That's so nice of you to say. So what I've realized with exercise, and I've like really never worked out my whole life. When I was younger, I played sports, but
Whoa, jock.
yeah, I was a really big jock when I was younger, but then I kind of fell off. Now I'm like in the gym with the bros, but I feel like I've started to realize that as you start learning a skill, you're actually, not everything is available to you right away. And so I'll explain it like this. Like when I first started working out, sometimes we would be doing an exercise and they'd be saying like, think of this muscle on your back, and they'd point to something in my back, and that's what you're kind of working out in that moment. But I would be like, I literally cannot feel or control that muscle. I have no idea how to do it. But then over time, like suddenly one day after I've been doing it for a month, then I'd be like, oh my God, I literally have full control. Like there's muscles in my back now that I can think about like relaxing my shoulders when I'm at work, when I'm not exercising.
So they didn't even like
that
exist
are activated.
Before?
Yeah, in my mind, it was like the neurons weren't strong enough for me to consciously do that. Okay. But over time, I've developed it. And I feel like this is like a really good observation in life that when you start new things, you just cannot have access to all of the benefits from it or all of the skills you'll achieve from that. So like as you work out, you start to really learn about your body. You start to unlock things that you can't have at the very beginning.
So
and I feel
literally like building muscles.
Building muscles, but long term, like even meditation. I feel like when I first started, I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I get this. It's a little bit weird. I'm not like getting a lot out of it, but I think the longer you go, you start to like get more from it because you've actually practiced more and more, and you go deeper and deeper. And then I think that just applies to like all of life. Like the longer term you are involved in something, I mean, this is obvious when it comes to skills. Like the longer you practice something, the better you get. But just recently it clicked for me that the longer you do something, it literally, like your experience with it becomes so much more deep and rich. And I think it's the reason why...
You sound like totally fully formed right now, and I feel really insecure.
No, but you
what?
probably have this skill in art, for example, or you listen to so much music, or I think about
what?
like
Listen to music? What does that mean? I'm good at listening to music?
Well, your ears are probably so much more attuned in a way that like a chef's taste buds like can appreciate things that I literally cannot taste.
Yours is about getting jacked, meditating, and a chef's about chefs. And right now, all you can say is that I'm good at listening to music.
No, and I said art.
I haven't done art in so long.
Yeah,
I feel
but
so
you,
insecure
as
right
an
now.
artist who has gone through that, probably like, and I mean, we probably are. There's probably a lot of aspects of our job
I'm
at ASAP
freaking
Science.
out. I need to paint more. Oh my God.
Well, no. I'm not trying to make you feel insecure. All I mean is anyone can unlock these things, and you just have to know you have to put time in. And sometimes at the beginning, you're like, I don't understand why other people get out of this. But over time, you start to really appreciate. And I think, yeah, as another example, I just said a chef. Like sometimes you're like, okay, but this food tastes good. And then Gordon Ramsay's like, this literally tastes like crap. And you're like, but I like it. But he's like, has literally developed tastes that we don't experience in our mouth because he spent so much time.
He's a connoisseur.
Yeah.
I guess that's what a connoisseur is, right? Someone who spends
ultimately,
a lot of time
I know I've been
something.
rambling. I'll end it by saying like, in my life, I'm trying to look longer term now. Not only because I'm older and I feel like everything's flying by so much faster, but it makes me feel better to know like, hey, like 5 years is actually a short period of time. Make goals that are 10 years away because
You
like
sound like you're on crack. I love it, but I'm just like, you sound so happy and so good. And no, in like a good way. Like, I'm so jealous of you right now. I'm like, I want what you're having. Like, I'm so envious.
okay.
Because I get what you're saying. Like, you're saying something that's like, oh my God, I just like want your energy. Like, what'd you have for breakfast? Oh, you have your new lean fit breakfast. Oh my God, you're jacked.
Well, I
jacked.
feel like YouTube has put us in the mindset of everything being immediate. Every week, put out something new. You never really commit to long-term stuff. And so this has started to help me move away from that mentality of like, hey, you don't have to have something perfect come out every week. Start thinking of things that can take you years to make and aim for the year goal. Same with like exercise. People want that diet pill that fixes it right away. Just accept long-term will give you such a different appreciation.